Hi, Roscoe's. How we doing?
Yes, y'all.
And
Welcome
we're
to the
back.
viewing party of All Stars 10. Can you ladies believe we are now 10 seasons into All Stars?
10 seasons. Yeah, that's my phone. Are you stealing
Naysha
already?
needs a new screen protector.
As long as I can see it, I'm fine.
She's good.
Okay, so we're back. How are you, ladies?
Great. How are you? We've missed you.
I'm good. I miss both of you.
What have you been up to?
So during this break, there was one thing that I said, I have to do this. And that was absolutely nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you ever just want to do nothing? I just want to relax. I want to recharge. I want to get myself together. You know, because last season, you know, I said some things and I was hard on some girls. And I just want to make sure that this season around, I do that times 10.
Okay. For All Stars 10.
So-
yes.
As we're moving into All Stars 10, I'm going to do everything times 10. This cast is hideous. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No.
Starting strong,
Listen,
Diva.
we're going to have a good-ass time.
We are.
And there's just one little, I don't know if it's a disclaimer, but just something that I want to reiterate, and this is especially for you too. Because we know these girls. They've been through here. We know all of them. I have personal relationships with 99% of them. So, if I say that's a hideous gown, that does not mean that I don't like her. It doesn't mean anything about her character. It doesn't talk about how we feel about these drag queens and their work. This is a review show. We are giving our opinion, and everyone is entitled to one. As long as you are not attacking somebody's character or saying something that's just not appropriate, all is fair game. Yes?
Yeah, we're not here to be malicious.
Let's have a good time.
Yeah.
Let's have a good time. I'm ready to see the fashion.
It's gonna be good.
I'm ready to see the challenges.
I'm ready to see the drama.
Okay.
Oh, the drama's gonna be good. I'm ready to see who actually took an acting class.
And most of all, we're ready to talk some this season. So let's get into it,
and
Diva.
we cannot do this without Hornitos. Hornitos is our sponsor once again this season for All Stars. So thank you to Hornitos. And we're gonna give some of this stuff away. We left it so y'all could grab it, but you guys have manners.
Yes, they do.
We'll bring them out there
and
to
did
you.
not grab it, so we will definitely hand them out to you guys because they are little treats for you. So thanks again to Hornitos for sponsoring this All Star season. And if you two lovely ladies are ready, we can get the shindig started.
Yes,
Are you ready?
I am. We have a double episode premiere, so let's get into it, Diva.
Let's do it! Roscoe's, you ready? All right, Mikey, throw it on. Okay. Let's get into this first look.
Yes.
The entrance.
Yes, they entered on the main stage, not in the workroom.
Right?
Okay,
I like
love
that.
that.
I like it.
Give them a little more room to strut.
They
Yeah.
pulled something from one of the internationals or the Versus the World. I think they did that as well. So
I did really like that. So let's go down the line. Let's start with Aja. What do we think about Aja's look?
I'll start. It was a Pokemon reference, and if you know Pokemon, she gave Roserade exactly how it was, just dragged up, a little more cunty. It was soft. It was really good. Here you go.
Come on, anime, Pokemon.
I don't know Pokemon, but I know it was
it good?
beautiful.
Okay.
I thought it was stunning. The
Yeah, it was
mask
great.
looked beautiful. It looked so well put together. She looked absolutely gorgeous. What'd you think?
I agree. 100%.
You like it?
Loved
Gorge.
it.
Also, love. She's blossomed into this beautiful woman. The transition is there. I'm so happy for her. And you can see how happy she is, right?
She's sure of herself.
Yeah, so sure. Yes.
Well, she's always been sure of herself. I think she's just a little more sure now. Yeah?
Shout out to Aja. we love us some Aja. Okay, Bosco.
Favorite
Oof.
out of the opening entrance looks. That boss lady, campy cunt, just trans excellence. I was like, yes!
I love it.
I
Everything.
didn't know what to say because I was just like, wow. Talk about a transformation. I mean, when you really put in the work and you're rewarded, you get paid. She definitely is showing it.
Look absolutely
Yeah.
stunning. Little sex pot. I live for it. Okay, let's do Deja Sky.
Deja looks great.
I live
Deja
for it.
also is another one who has
You know
gone
how
through.
sometimes when people lie, they go up a couple octaves, they
You
start
heard-
to speak
you
higher?
You heard it.
I'm just saying that That is not Batty's voice. She went up a few octaves. She looked great. Like, you tried it. Be honest. How do you feel about it?
I do like it because I know she made it.
And I want you to tell her that to her face when she's here next week.
I will.
Yeah. Actually, yes, Naysha Sky and who's next? Next week is
Deja Sky and Irene.
Irene next week. So you guys have to be
Irene
prepared.
now.
Okay, so what did you like? What did you really like about it?
I just like those stars that were pluming all over.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun to add a little extra drama.
And what else?
But that was great. The hair was fun.
Uh-huh.
The makeup, she's always painted.
Always had a mug.
She is always painted.
The
now,
mug-
I would like to ask you what you did not like about that.
Okay, so the mug is always right on Deja. Beautiful, always stunning. However, sometimes when conceptualizing a costume, I think you get stuck on like a certain idea about it, and you think it might be enough. I think she got so excited about those
Wearing the
stars, she
stars.
forgot about everything else because it was literally a tube dress, and that was it. So it just wasn't giving what I would want. But the star,
I hear you.
Do you get what I'm saying?
She tied it in. There was
Yeah.
a little structure in that she tied in the iridescence of the stars into the wig, but it just wasn't all the way there for you.
yeah,
Okay.
it's just, and let's just say in comparison to all the other
To what
ones.
we've seen, yeah.
Was it beautiful? Yes.
Yes.
Did I want more? Yes. Okay. Irene the alien.
Wow. Yeah, stunning.
I mean, let's talk about this for a second. When do we see Irene and it's not wow? Do you know
Right.
what I mean?
No, yeah, when we saw her at DragCon, even after the show, just in her regular posting, she's
Yes.
kept the high standard of drag.
When she would post the looks and stuff, I mean, stunning. Absolutely stunning. I thought it was great. And one of the ones that I'm most excited about, because I do think we were robbed of, and it happens a lot, but
to experience her.
yes, super excited about that. What'd you think? Did you
Loved
like
it.
Love.
Love,
Okay.
love, love, love.
Olivia Lux. Wow.
I love Olivia. Now, Olivia,
What
we
color was
love-
it? What-
Silver. Silver and
Silver
white.
and blue.
Silver and white.
She had the gray dread.
Yes.
Yes.
Olivia looked beautiful. She really did look beautiful. The bodice, everything. It really did. It had that tie, right? It was like tie.
Everything looked correct. I think
Yeah.
I just had other people who my eye was more drawn to them. That's
Yeah.
all. No
Yeah.
disrespect to Olivia. She looks stunning.
And she looks absolutely beautiful. Did you want to add anything?
Batty?
I said it.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink my drink.
Okay. This next
Cheers.
one,
Thank you,
we
Hornitos.
have.
Cheers, friend.
Thank you, Hornitos.
The next one is Phoenix, and we love. I love Phoenix. I'm super, super excited to see Phoenix. It's my favorite thing to see someone that's been on the show like ages ago,
OG
and then
status,
to come back,
yes.
right?
Ages, wow.
Well, I mean, this is season. We just wrapped 17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We just wrapped season 17. This is 15 years ago.
Did she say she was from New Testament drag?
The logo days, baby.
Oh,
Okay.
Old Testament. She's
Yeah.
from Old
She
Testament
really gave it
drag.
to me with that, man.
Yeah.
No, but Phoenix, even though she got eliminated early, she did not stop. Like she has said, she runs Atlanta. Like that girl
yeah,
is
period.
the top of the chain in Atlanta. So
Period.
to see her back and to see like her in her complete like form, bitch,
Yeah.
she's gonna eat these girls up.
Yeah.
And if I'm correct, I think she's been there ever since she was on the show. She's been in Atlanta.
No,
running
she
into-
moved.
Did she?
She ended up going to LA. She was in California for a little bit, and she lived there, and then she went back to
went back,
Atlanta.
yeah.
I think she went back or something like. But yeah, then she went back to Atlanta.
We'll hear
so
all
she
about
lived
it
in
when
LA
she's
for a little bit. Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
She looked great. I love
Yes.
the obvious homage to the Phoenix.
Her-
Yes.
That love. Great.
It looked gorgeous. Angeria upset. No money for her. We just saw they're getting $200,000. Amazing.
Yes. I mean, she has 4 of her sisters on, so hopefully
Yeah.
someone will throw her a little coin.
There
a
you
little
go.
coin,
Nothing.
bitch. A little coin. The point system. We're gonna go right back to the show, but let's talk about the point system really quick. How do we feel about that?
Unique, excited.
Yeah,
I'm
Interesting.
excited. I'm really excited to know about these extra 4 additional points.
How does
Yeah.
that break down?
And in
Yeah.
my head, it's like, are they going to be able to do it? And it's going to be alliance worthy and all
Give
of
them
that.
out like pity points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
I-
they did with that season last with the thing.
with the plunger or what? Was it a plunger?
No, it was the. It
What was
the,
it?
The
It was
block of
something.
oat.
What was
They fell
it?
in the
Oh,
water.
the lever.
Michelle.
She's talking about the season 17
Season
lever.
17 lever. It's an extra
Oh,
something.
you're talking about that. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I thought what was that thing they were handing to each other last time?
All Stars
On
was
All
the
Stars.
plunger,
It was a plunger
and something else.
Yeah. And scissors.
Thank
and the other
you.
one was scissors.
Chop.
Because they were chopped.
They were
scissoring.
Yes. Okay, work. All right. I'm excited to see this point system. I've always thought that a point system would work because, some people deserve the points and some don't. But let's just see. All right. Let's go right back to it, Mikey.
Okay, we're getting to the first maxi challenge of the season.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Yes, they each have to write their own verse and come up with some
Yes.
choreo, it looks like. I would be nervous if I was Phoenix or Irene because Aja, Olivia, Deja, and Bosco have all showed they are capable of writing and delivering on a performance during. So would y'all be worried about the other two girls as well?
No.
Talk to me.
They're ready. These girls are ready. They're ready to do this, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, I think they're so ready to do this that they're going to put their all into it no matter what. No one's holding back, I don't think.
Yeah, and with All Stars, it's just like that. You just go there ready. You bring this stuff already kind of implanted, and you know what I mean? Like, you think about it. You're like, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to have to write my own lyrics for something.
Come in with a little something ready.
You know what?
Yep,
Yeah,
a few bars.
Absolutely.
And also with no eliminations, they get some of that pressure's off as well.
Yes,
They just have
absolutely.
to divvy out these points.
When I went to All Stars, Batty's the one that helped me write a bunch of. You just put a bunch of
In a
on
notebook.
paper, you know what I mean, and then you figure it out and you create whatever based on whatever they're giving you. But I do have a little bit of tea about this season.
Oh,
Ooh,
already? Okay.
I mean, it's not huge, but it's a little something. But okay, so we see the cast, right, and
Yes.
the whole cast, the whole
All three brackets.
all three brackets. When they were casting this, they could not get anyone to do it. Everyone kept saying no.
No.
No one understood exactly what they were trying to do as far as the brackets and the tournament style. Like, some people are like, oh, okay. So they didn't get it. They just really didn't get it. And most recently, All Stars, you got a fierce stipend. My stipend for my season was $10,000. So you have $10,000 to spend on your looks. So obviously the stipend was not going to be the same. The stipend was a lot less.
Oh, because they're only on 3 episodes.
Because you're only on the 3 episodes.
Oh.
So it's a lot less. And so a lot of the girls heard the amount of money they were getting as a stipend. And the tournament,
They're
and,
like,
and-
if
and
you
they're
make
like,
it.
if you make it, kind of thing. And then people, I'm just going to use Phoenix for example. Not that she thought this way, because she obviously made it, but it would be very valid if Phoenix was like, I haven't had an opportunity to be on All Stars. I went home second, and you're gonna tell me that I only have the opportunity to do. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And I can't really compete the way I feel like I could. I don't know. I'm not gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and so a lot of people said no. And it was so funny. A lot of the girls live in LA, and then we all call each other. And have they called you? Have they called you? And I'm like, did they call you? And they're like, I told them no. And then some was like, Jessica Wilde, my dear friend, I love her. She's like, Nena, yo no sé esto. Yo no sé qué me están diciendo. She's like, I don't know what the you're telling me. I don't get it. I said no because I didn't understand. So they were just asking, like, they were really going down the line, like, who would do this? And to get this group was quite the challenge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I mean, you say yes, and then you're in a group with 5 other people, but then how long do they have to wait to see the other,
Right.
the others, 12 people? I would be like, no, bring them all in once, and then let us pick our teams.
Uh-huh.
That would have been fierce, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So some more tea that I just found out maybe a couple days ago
Yeah.
via Nicole Page Brooks. Thank you, Diva.
Ooh.
Lydia only got the call because someone backed out last minute, and it was
Yeah.
supposed to be Maddie Morphosis in place of her, which would have been cunty.
Look at, I'm going to, I don't know.
No, say it.
I'm gonna take your tea and I'm gonna raise it.
you one. Okay, throw some
I'm
sugar
gonna
in
raise
it.
you one.
Let's go.
There's the difference between backing out and them not taking you.
Okay.
Wait, I feel so out of the loop right now.
This is good.
I've been playing Fortnite, girl. What are y'all doing? Missed it.
The universe said, "Shut the up, Naysha.
Yep, that's what it was.
That's why that fell. That's why that fell. I got distracted. No, absolutely right about that tea that, Maddie Morphosis was supposed to be on. But for some reason or another, she did not end up being on, not by her choice.
Okay, not by her choice. So Lydia got the call right after she got home and went right back out.
Not even home. I don't even think that was
think
home.
she went home.
Still in the hotel,
I
probably.
think she got eliminated. She was at the hotel, and they were like,
Hey,
you want to do All Stars? She's like, how about we give you 4 or 5 days, go home, get it together. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Like that has to be insane. But I will say this: in situations like that, Lydia has the upper hand. Like she could be like, if they're saying we have $3,000, she could be like, in this amount of time, I need 8.
Right,
like,
right.
Seriously,
She'd be
because
flexible.
so they did call another girl. I don't want to put this girl on blast, but they did call another
Tell
girl.
me upstairs, okay?
And I can't tell you guys.
She will.
So they had
She gonna be here for brunch with me soon.
stop
yeah.
guys. So they had talked to her, and they have to do a background check, and those background checks take a minute, and so it wasn't gonna be back on time. So they were like, there is the networks, like the executives, like they're like, we are not putting anyone on without a background check. It's just not going to happen. So the only option you have is someone who have you
It's already cleared.
It's already
cleared.
clear.
And she had just passed her background check a few, weeks ago, a couple months ago. So the only option was we have to ask someone from this group right now. Did they ask the right one? I think absolutely. I'm so excited to see Lydia. Her lip syncs were how would I? Unexpected. It was
Okay.
just unexpected.
In a good way.
In a good way. Not,
Yes.
it's not shady. It's
As
not
long
shady.
as she don't bring no
It
scissors
was like,
this time.
turned it out, and it made me want to see her more.
And
so,
her eye for her outfits and wearing them to her body was great. Now that she has a little more experience
Yes.
in coin,
Yes.
she's going to turn it out.
yes, and she seems like the type that is like, if you like my drag, great. If you don't, that's on you. You know what I mean? Because she ain't changing. She like, this is me, like it or not.
She came here dressed as a moon with fringe. It was everything.
It was
Sickening.
fierce.
Super excited to see Lydia, but that's a little bit of tea. Yeah.
Love tea. Love it.
tea.
Me too. Oh, I forgot. No, I'm just kidding. All right. We're going to go back
Let's
to the
jump
show. Okay.
A little walkthrough.
Yeah. Good walkthrough.
Real quick, touch base. Ru kind of had a little fun with them. Sometimes
Yeah.
she's not so nice.
I like when she's shady a
Yeah,
little bit.
but this was good shade.
I did enjoy it. I also like, you can tell when it's like a regular season and they're around Ru, they're a little bit more, it's a little shyer. But
Yeah, yes,
everyone
ma'am,
seems
yeah.
so comfortable and chatty. Yeah? Yeah. I like it. Okay. Let's just go right back to the show.
Yeah, let's jump
there's not much to talk about from here. We just saw a little run through. So let's go right back to the show.
Hey.
All right, a little Jamal Sims.
Yeah.
We love the little rehearsals. It looks like everyone is doing pretty well with the exception of Miss Phoenix. They made it seem like she was struggling with the choreo. But what I'm struggling with is Ice Spice being on the judges panel. Why Ice Spice? No shade. Great artist. But this person agreed with me over here. They shouted her out as the guest judge. I was like, why her? Is she a gay icon? Okay.
Not the one.
She's gay for you. But, I love that they got the new hot girl on the scene on. Great for Ice Spice. But, yeah, these competitors shouldn't worry about anything.
Is she the hot girl right now?
Maybe last summer.
Is she? Okay, because that's what I thought.
I gave her a little heat. You said no.
Maybe it was the only person available. I don't know.
That is crazy.
But would you, okay.
You never, I don't know. I really don't.
They revealed some of the guest judges. Would you not be mad if you got Ice Spice and you heard the other girls got Ariana and Cynthia Erivo?
Well, then do better.
I would be.
That is the treat to make it
furious.
to the top 3 bracket.
No.
baby.
I don't know if it's top 3. I think it just may be one of the other brackets.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hope it's for the girls that succeed.
Wow, so you think everybody else failed?
No, we know that only 3 are gonna make it. So
Wow, Batty.
there's gonna be 3 on a booger bus.
No, it's more than 3, isn't it? It's 9 at the
Yeah,
end.
3 for me.
Yeah.
3 for
so
me
there'll be
each.
9 at the
Yeah.
end, right? Yeah,
It'll be a
3,
full
3,
bus,
3.
baby.
Yeah, there'll be 9. I'm very curious to see how that turns out. So, Kara, why do you hate Ice Spice?
Because she thinks she's the and she's really a fart. That's what.
And on that note, let's go right back to the show.
Next week, featuring Ice Spice.
All right.
Okay.
Runways and performance.
Wow.
The song actually really catchy.
Winner,
winner. Chicken
da.
dinner.
Okay,
That's hilarious.
That was
Okay.
a bop. We will be singing that.
Yeah. Can we start with runways, please?
Yes, let's start with Runway. Let's
Okay.
start with, let's start down the list. Let's start with Aja. She was out first.
Did another Pokemon reference. Jinx. It was
She's
not
going to
as
look
good.
like Nicki Minaj in the game.
Yeah, that's that one. You
Yeah,
knew which
yeah,
one
yeah.
it was.
Uh-huh.
The hair could have been different. It was a decent look. It could have been stronger.
I
Yeah,
was just having issues with the makeup on the breastplate and not on the arms.
It didn't match.
And I'm only saying that because as we watched it going on, comparing it to Irene, who was completely green, that was a little more cohesive with me.
Agreed.
You know, the thing about it is when you do makeup like that on the body and on the face, one of the first, when I was at Mac Cosmetics, I used to work at Mac Cosmetics back in the day, one of the first things they used to tell you was, you look at yourself in the mirror and then walk away really far away. And when you look at yourself in the mirror from a distance, you're going to see if the color is going to be exactly the same or if it's off. Had she gone a little, looked at it from far back,
She
she
saw.
probably would have seen that the color was kind of off a little bit. But I think she looked great.
Yeah, looked great.
Yeah, okay. Bosco.
Wow.
yes.
This zipper hair is something I've never seen constructed before. That was the coolest hair I think
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And we've seen that silhouette before, but she did it so differently and made it so her. It was next level.
So sickening.
I liked it a lot.
Yes, loved it. I absolutely loved it. Deja.
Oh, not the man.
Okay.
I don't feel. I just feel like it needed to be a little more slitty for me. Or if the fabric, the iridescent taffeta
Yeah.
is a little too heavy for maybe that to not flow. And I don't know what was happening up here.
What the problem I'm having
Go ahead.
is shape. People are putting garments on and there's no shape whatsoever. So what happens is you lose certain features. That slit, had she been padded from here to hell, that slit would have been more prominent. You would have seen it, but it just got lost. Do you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I saw a couple of people who just either they don't wear body or whatever. And I'm telling you that shape makes a huge difference. And in this case, I think it did.
It does. You can tell the girls that make, they have their costume, their corset built into it.
Right.
And then they'll have, a little
Yeah.
hip built in.
Yeah.
You can see that as opposed to wearing the body and putting the garment on. It does
Totally.
make a huge
It
difference.
does make a
Yeah.
difference.
Next up was Olivia.
Olivia.
As our little Lil Kim reference.
I like that a lot.
Beautiful.
Yes,
It was
because I remember
beautiful.
that.
It was done very great for 2025.
Yes.
The color on
Yeah.
the skin, gorgeous.
Great drag take, elevation to it, for
gorgeous.
sure.
Irene,
Wow.
Yeah,
I
she
mean-
is hammering this alien thing in.
listen,
Yes.
Irene looked absolutely stunning. Beautiful.
not playing-
Alien light, everything.
Mardi Gras, showgirl. It was
Love.
all of that.
Love.
All of
Last
that.
one, Phoenix.
Yes.
The zippers.
The
Which-
zippers.
Yes.
I liked this one. This one was a little off for me.
The
I
boob.
think maybe if it zipped up from the top so we didn't see the bottom of the breastplate.
Yeah.
It's little minute details like this
Agreed.
when we're on All Stars
Yeah.
that I think separate the situation.
I think the presentation was great. The fact that there was let me show you the zipper, kind of thing, instead of just leaving the zippers, and then it elevated the look for me because of the zippers.
I
You get
think
what I'm
she
saying?
couldn't. I think she had limited mobility because she didn't hit the right left. She went straight there and went
Got it.
straight back after she did the tip.
Got
so
it.
maybe that played
Maybe.
into it.
Yeah, maybe. Could have been. I mean, we don't know. Once we have them here, we could ask them more questions.
yeah,
what the tea was.
do they do the runways twice like they usually do, like stuff like that. But okay, let's do performances really quick.
Quack.
Really quick.
We'll start with Aja.
We'll start with Aja.
Wow, she came out.
It was very good.
She gave it.
Great opener.
She gave it.
Great way to start. Love.
And
all right.
also, she was like, if you watch it again, when we watch it again, you'll see she was in character the whole time. She was playing them drums, mama.
Yeah, even when she wasn't.
Bosco's performance.
Really good, in her wheelhouse.
Really good.
Loved
Sat in the
it.
pocket.
Thought so too. Deja's performance.
Surprised me. Yeah, very good. I was smiling by the end of hers.
Olivia's.
Olivia's I thought was good. It was just, it didn't give grunt. I needed a little more.
It was a little too poppy for me.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Irene.
Score.
Ate it. I wrote Kiss. Like, do you remember the band Kiss?
Yes.
She was giving me.
She gave you that?
She was
Okay.
giving me Kiss.
Phoenix.
Phoenix, okay.
She
there
made
was
it
just
through.
there was a pause here because we were not expecting her verse to end. We were waiting for like the climax of it, and I don't think we ever got that.
Yeah. I think there was a little bit of self-sabotage from the very beginning, and I think it just showed
We saw
a little bit. Like there was a little bit of uncomfortableness. For me, the whole night, Irene is my best one. Both performance, both runway. I think Irene is on top of the game right now. Who do you think is on top of the game?
If not Irene, Bosco. Bosco's
Yes.
the
Yeah.
diva for me.
Yeah,
I think Bosco's right there. How about
Batty?
you?
Yeah. But if we're talking challenge, I don't want to. Aja really gave it.
She did.
She
but we're
really-
putting it together because remember,
Runway.
they're going to choose a top two, right?
Yes.
So my top two would be Irene and Bosco. Those are my top two. And Aja right there too, because Aja was, performance was good.
I'm gonna say the three of them at the top.
Okay,
two.
perfect. Let's go right back to the show.
Okay.
I think we can all agree with the judges' critiques. Do you guys
I'm going to
agree?
change mine now. They said Bosco's verse was weaker, so I'll say Irene and Aja. Yeah.
Irene and Aja?
Yep.
Yeah.
Irene and, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, and it's like, I know for sure Irene for me was the top. Aja, Bosco are like both right
Fighting for
there, like kind
Aja
of
gave a little
right?
more rock for me.
Yeah.
So
You know what my least favorite thing about this judging section, Ross Matthews.
What was he saying, bitch? What was he saying?
Was that? Listen, if you don't got
And
nothing
it's
to
pretty
say,
and it's purple.
Stop. Oh, and you picked this garment, the color, it's purple. What the f are you talking about? Are you serious?
baby,
It's just enough is
Hang it
enough. Hang up the judges. What would we call it? The judges.
Bring TS back.
Yeah. Just bring TS. Bring Law.
Yes.
Bring
Kiki Palmer.
Carson is a Kiki. Bring Carson. Ross. I think it's that time. Wait, who's busy?
Carson was busy
No.
last season.
No. Listen, Ross, keep doing what you're doing. Whatever. I don't want anyone to quit their job, but that was just stupid. That was just really stupid.
It wasn't a constructive critique.
It wasn't constructive. It was just. Anyway, I think we're all in agreement.
we are in
In agreement.
agreement.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see what happens. Let's go back to the show. It was Michelle. Okay, wait. Shout out.
Congratulations.
Let's just take a second for Jiggly
Oh, yes.
Caliente. We'll take one little moment of silence for Jiggly. We love you, Jiggly, and love to all her friends and family and everyone across the world that loved her. Okay, next. We'll move on.
Yeah. We want to move forward and talk about the lip sync real quick. Congratulations to Aja and Irene. They both have 2 points, and we want to give a big round of applause to Aja for eating that lip sync up.
And getting a third point.
And getting the third point.
It was Aja's night, I think. It was so good. That song was perfect for Aja.
And it came on, I'm like...
She turned it. She turned it. Let's talk about really fast how... Are you shaking your head because the swearing? Is it the swearing? Shucks! I'm gonna try my best. It was done well. No, but Irene, damn, that's okay, right? Yeah, we can say that. Damn, did that? I'm sorry, I can't do it.
She has to say it.
Damn, that Look good green. Oh my God, that green hair.
Green hair and just, she knows what full coverage cunt is, honey. I will tell you that.
Beautiful.
'Cause
She
She
did
is
that.
solid.
Beautiful.
Yes.
We just saw the twist. The
Yes.
points, they get to give them
The
to
bottom
each
four
other.
give them out. How do you think that's going to go? Are they going to cycle them through
We're
each
gonna
other?
watch right now and
I mean,
find out.
we're going to get into it. Listen, if it was, let's say, a fair game, and they're like, come on, let's see what you got next week. I'm going to give you my point. You give me yours. You give her. And
Boots.
let's do it like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or they're going to turn into the alliance, like, yo, I'm going to give you this. Make sure you give me yours later, if that's the situation. You know what I mean? So we'll see. All right. With that said, we're not going to watch Untucked. We just want to see what happens in the second episode. Next week, we're back to Untucked. And next week, we'll be back to Untucked, watching that as well. But right now, let's get right back into episode 2 of All Stars 10.
And thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today.
This season. Points. How do we feel about what they did?
Good.
Safe, like
Yeah.
they said, diplomatic. No one wants to
Yeah.
ruffle any feathers right away.
Which
We
is
wanted it.
great.
We wanted it.
There was part of me, though.
Oh, no, there's all
Olivia,
of
do
me.
it.
Small inkling part of me, and it had nothing to do with Deja. It could have been anybody that said, "Oh, you better give me that point right back," and they say, "I love to, but do you know how good that would have been?" Also, you know what it would have done? The person not getting the point, maybe it lights up fire in their ass, and they win next week,
Yep.
and then they get two, and then 3. You know what I mean? Okay, but if they would have given it to Aja, that could have possibly put Aja in the top 3
Front
automatically
right away,
Immediately.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Depending on everything else, so that would have been kinda nice.
They did it to keep everyone's odds open and
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
What would you have done? I would have surely given Asha the point.
No, listen, you would have.
I would have, yeah.
You would have gave it to Aja.
Yeah. I
You would have
absolutely
told
would've.
everyone your alliance right then and there.
Absolutely. I'd have been
Work.
like, yep, this is what we
Yeah.
playing. Now go get her.
Well, you know what the crazy thing is that let's say she would have had 4, and you sit there and do the math. If it automatically puts Aja in, then what Aja can do is help me the entire time to make sure that I can at least win a child. You know what I mean? 1 week,
Yeah.
so that I can get up there as well. And and then she does poorly, and then gives me that point as well. Do you see what I mean?
And then you surpass
so
her.
it could have been that. You know what I mean? Like next week, she could have gave her the point.
The mess will happen next
Yes,
week.
but anyway, with that said, let's see how messy they get. Go back to the show. There's really not much to talk about from
No,
what we
they're
just
playing
saw.
with balls.
right?
Fun little game with the pit crew.
Other than the fact that Irene, she really came to win this. I
Irene
think.
said, baby, listen to me.
Give me the maxis,
You're-
give me the minis. I'm
All
taking
of
it
it.
all.
I want it. I want it all. I want it all. Mikey, let's go right back to the show, yeah? Okay.
The girls are feeling feisty.
The girls are overreacting.
Just a little bit. Okay, I was like, that
what
seems.
the was that?
This is what I want to see.
Olivia's like, she was like, I can joke with her, but I'm not joking with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was giving very that, but probably because I'm not threatened by you, but maybe I am
She
by
was
you.
threatened by her.
That's what it was giving. It was giving insecurity.
A little bit. And Bosco
Right?
was just saying, hey, girl, we're just keying. We're just playing.
Bosco kept saying, okay.
No.
Okay. And
it was like, okay, mwah.
she ate Olivia up and she was so mad about it, girl.
Yeah, and it's like, we're queens, girl. I mean, you
It's a
can't.
joke.
It's all a joke. We can't take each other seriously like
No,
that.
fully.
No, no.
I would be Deja in the corner though, going through my bag, just listening.
Just
be like,
listening.
When she sprayed that mannequin with that got to be Miss thing,
No wig.
she said, oh, I'm just being a nosy neighbor.
I live for it.
That was iconic.
I live for it. Okay, everyone seemed to get the roles that they wanted. Everyone seems kind of confident. Irene can do 500 accents.
What? That's what I love about All Stars. She went home first. We didn't know that.
We did not
And now
know any
she's
of
coming
this.
back, flexing everything she has to offer.
And I am here for it. I'm super, super excited for it, right? It's fierce because it's already setting a different tone and letting people know, like, let me
One
let
to
you
watch
know.
out for.
Let me let you know. With that said, I am enjoying Aja on TV so much. I'm so happy Aja's there.
Her confessionals kill me. She just kills me. It's
I
so
love it.
so good to see a banshee cunt up there, honey.
I
Let the
love
girls
it.
know how New York runs. I live.
I could see RuPaul like watching this at home and cackling.
Just living.
At just living for Aja, because that's just her type of girl. You know what I mean? She loves girls like that. Anyway, with that said, should we go back to the show?
Let's get into it.
All right, let's go back to the show.
All right, I've got to say, they finally got a good writer.
Yeah.
Not one good writer, just one.
Yeah.
That was so entertaining. Did we enjoy that, ladies?
It was good.
Because they left it in the hand of the girls to make the most out of it. So I think that's why it flourished the way it did.
So would you say, everything before the one-on-one and after the one-on-one would have been scripted? And then the part where they sit across from each other, the interview.
That sounds right.
Is the improv.
Yes.
I think that's probably how it was, right?
Yes.
Would that make
Yep.
sense?
That's how I was reading it.
I thought, standouts. Who were your standouts?
I mean, Aja and Irene.
Aja?
Aja
okay.
killed it.
Irene,
think so?
Bosco, and even
Bosco
Deja.
was good. Okay, let's talk about who didn't do so well then. Because there were too many good ones.
Olivia, you said you didn't like Olivia's?
I think Olivia...
Why do you hate her? I'm kidding, baby. I'm kidding.
Anytime anyone says anything bad, she's going to ask why you hate them.
I'm going to say that. I thought my favorite, Bosco, was really good.
Yes.
And Irene. I think those were really good. I mean, I think it's also really good when you just can't even tell they're doing improv. You're like, did you write a script?
It was smart.
You know what I mean?
It was
like,
good.
It was good. What'd you think?
It was good. I mean, the clap... improv, you just have to be there. It's bouncing back and forth, and if you can't do it, you can't do it. And 3 of these girls did it so well that it was just so good.
Yeah.
Irene is unstoppable
She
at
really
this
is.
moment.
And the number one rule of improv, you know what the number one rule of improv is you never say no. You always keep going. So if they say, you stole, you don't say, I didn't steal it. You know what I mean? Yes, I did. And you keep going with it. So the first rule is you always agree and build on that. So it's always a yes thing. And everyone did the yes thing. Everyone was on it. Yeah. I thought it was good.
They said Olivia was a little and I think it's because she was a bad fortune teller. There weren't too many funny moments for her. But also, Phoenix, I thought she was going to struggle more. I actually giggled a lot at hers. How about y'all?
I just think there were some clear standouts.
For sure.
But not like a clear, this person sucked. You know what I mean? It was no one really bad. But there was at least 2 standouts, right?
Yeah.
When she took out that eye.
But
did you see RuPaul? RuPaul couldn't keep it together.
She broke character.
She broke character. She's like... And then she came back to it. It was so good. So I think she's going to be top for sure.
Bosco will definitely be up there.
Yeah, Bosco will definitely be up there.
I think so too. Okay, let's see how it turns out. Okay, Fierce. Before we get into, let's talk about the workroom a little bit while they're getting ready. Let's talk about this whole point thing. Was it me or Olivia getting upset? Like, girl, you're not going to do this when you did not do that.
Yeah.
You gave your point to somebody else, and then you're telling her she got to give points to you?
It seems like she started to get upset, and then she realized, she's like, oh, wait, I can't, because she did it.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of silly, right?
It's a chop. She got caught up in her own.
Yeah, that was definitely a chop. Yeah.
Getting into the runways, our theme is coming and going. It has to look one way coming down and then look another way when you turn around. Kicking things off, we had Olivia Lux with a Billie Holiday inspired piece.
Yeah.
I thought it looked better when she turned around. I got it all.
So I just feel like when you're coming in, it looked like a gown, and you walked away, and it looked like a gown.
Yeah.
So they said you walk in and you turn around, and it's something else.
Yes.
So it shouldn't even be related, to be honest.
I hear you.
Day and night. So
Sun
I
and
think
moon.
Exactly. While I think every look was absolutely beautiful, do I think everyone executed it correctly? No.
Not quite.
Right?
Okay.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like, someone comes in as a casket, turns around, and she's a person.
the character.
She's alive.
I want to know what the prompt really was for this.
Right.
Yep, there you go. That's
what
we
I want to
need.
know.
That's
so when
so
the girls
true.
come next week,
Because
I will be
sometimes they
asking.
give you a description, and they say,
something a little more vague.
yeah. And then they change it on your ass that it kind of applies, but not quite. So that could have been it too. Okay, so you said who were you talking
Olivia.
about? Olivia. While it was, I think, beautiful, meh.
Okay.
Not shade.
We're just reviewing it. We're just reviewing it.
It was stunning. We still like Olivia, YouTube. So don't
Kisses,
come for
love.
me.
Mwah. Okay, our next diva was Irene as our little politician alien. Okay.
That was the category.
I wrote down, that's it.
Yeah.
Literally. That's it. That's what it was. That's it.
And let me ask you this. Did one person in here think the was going to be a robot controlled by the alien in the head? Did
No.
anyone think that?
Didn't see that coming.
That was executed correctly. All right, next.
Next diva,
next was
Bosco's. Yes,
Bosco.
the coffin, the
Gorgeous.
Beetlejuice tease.
Stunning.
Ate that up.
It was great. Next up was Deja. She went from origami. She had like the origami kind of.
I like the front. The back
Pastel-y.
didn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The skin was all glittery and gold. The makeup is beautiful. Did she execute it? No. Next.
It was just a flower on her butt.
You just gave me
was-
what Ross gave Miss Thing.
No. But I was really, I really meant it though.
Yeah,
Ross was
sure.
just talking.
Okay.
After Deja, we had Phoenix in the weather look.
Rainy, sunny.
I just put no. I love Phoenix. Looks great. We've seen weather-inspired looks, windswept
Yeah.
looks. It looked a little busy. It looked busy.
Storm and then
It was the bottom on the
sunny, and
back.
then- yeah.
The tool for me would, yeah.
She
Next up, Aja.
Asha.
Sun and Moon.
Yes. Yes, it was
Sun and
something
Third
that, well,
Eye.
it wasn't necessarily Sun and Moon.
Sun-
It was a take on her religion, which is Santeria, and it's African inspired, and so it was Ochun, which was the front, which is more sun.
Sun goddess, yeah.
Sun god, yeah. And you can correct me on a couple of things. I might have things a little bit wrong, and then the back was more moon. Which was something else. But it's all a play on her religion. Yeah. So it was,
Can't clock it.
one thing
Not
and another.
critiquing the religion, but you wanted a little more from the look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But beautiful. Who's next?
That's it.
That's
the
all
six.
the girls, yes.
That's the top six.
That was gorgeous. Okay. Gorgeous. Let's go
So,
back. What? Go
yeah.
ahead.
Do we want to discuss who's going to be in the top? Now that we've seen the runway? Or do
yes.
we want to watch the critiques?
Well, let's say the top. I think Irene and Bosco are the top.
Yes, I agree.
Irene is all over that stage and letting them have it. What do you think?
Irene and Bosco. It has
think
to be
it's-
them.
I think
I'll
it's
be
Irene and
shook if
Bosco.
it's someone else.
Irene and Bosco. I don't see anyone that had both things were so sick.
We're on top.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
And so Irene and Bosco for me.
All right.
All right, let's see. Did
Roscoe's, did we
you
have
have
a good time today?
tonight?
Yes. Will y'all be back next week, Roscoe's? Don't forget, we have special guests Deja Sky and Irene the Alien joining us.
Oh, yes.
It is going to be such a good time. I can't wait to dig in
Ask
and get
all
some
the good grit.
tea, some
Yes.
questions back there. But ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, please make some noise for the very gorgeous and talented Batty Davis.
Thank you so much. Keep that going. Now I'm not even going to be... I was going to try to be shady. Keep that going for the beautiful Caramel DeVille.
Thank you so much. And please keep that going for the stunning Naysha Lopez.
Listen, I love when we have guests, but if we could do this like this anytime.
This was fun. We got to key. We got to chat.
I love that we did this just us three to kick this off. It's always a pleasure. I love you both. All right. Have a good night, YouTube.
See you at
Ciao.
10:30.